Who is Gary Hill, and what does he have to do with Murdaugh Clerk of Court Becky Hill? Well, you might remember this picture, alleged to be Alec Murdaugh lying in his holding cell while the jury deliberates with a true crime book across his lap. This picture was initially posted to social media by Neil Gordon, the co-author of Becky Hill's book, and then was posted again by his wife, Melissa. The relevance of this photo goes to the complaint filed against Becky Hill with the South Carolina Ethics Commission and whether she provided Neil and or Melissa Gordon confidential information. When asked where he got this photo, Neil Gordon stated that he couldn't remember, but when Melissa was asked where she got this photo, she stated she got it from a source and that she would reveal that source if she was asked to. But thanks to the response filed with the South Carolina Ethics Commission on behalf of Becky Hill, we now know this photo came from Gary Hale, allegedly. So who is Gary Hale? Well, Gary Hale is this former law enforcement officer who was working for Becky in the clerk of court's office at the time of the Murdaugh trial. Don't know if he's still there. Maybe he is. But Gary Hale, according to Becky, took this picture from a monitor that had like 15 different security camera footage screens. It was separated out into like 15 different cameras, and that anybody walking into the courthouse could have seen this monitor, and therefore it is not confidential. So two things about this picture. It's entirely possible that there is a security monitor up by the front of the courthouse, but it's not very likely that anybody walking in the courthouse could see it because they wouldn't turn the monitor for everybody to see it. They would turn it away from them so that only they could see it. So that's my first issue. The second one is, if you look at this picture, this is not a 15 screen photo. This is a large screen TV alleged to be in Becky's office, and this picture was taken, put up on that screen, retaken, and then sent to somebody else. So you've got a picture that Becky says Mr. Hale gave her, but if Mr. Hale gave it to her, it would be all 15 screens. It would not be up on a big TV unless he cropped it out and then he pulled it up on the big TV and then he took another picture of it. Okay, maybe that happened. But then she then states that she sent it over to Melissa Gordon and she never encouraged her to post it. Never encouraged Neil to post it either. Feel a little thrown under the bus there, Mr. Gordon? Yeah, I would. So the South Carolina Ethics Commission has to take all this into account and decide whether or not Becky Hill violated the ethical rules of the state of South Carolina. Did she provide confidential information to Melissa Gordon, regardless of whether she encouraged her to use it or not? And to be clear, it has nothing to do with whether Alec Murdaugh gets a new trial. It solely has to do with whether or not Becky Hill violated the rules of ethics of the state of South Carolina.